All the great things that Ahaz did are written in the book, the history of the kings of Judah. Ahaz died and was buried with his ancestors in the city of David. Ahaz's son Hezekiah became the new king after him. Everything else Ahaz did, from the beginning to the end, is written in the book, the history of the kings of Judah and Israel. Ahaz died and was buried with his ancestors. The people buried him in the city of Jerusalem, but they didn't bury him in the same burial place where the kings of Israel were buried. Ahaz's son Hezekiah became the new king in his place. God showed Isaiah, son of Amoz, this message about Babylon. Raise a flag on that mountain where nothing grows. Call out to the men. Wave your arms to let them know they should enter through the gates for important leaders. I have separated these men from the people, and I myself will command them. I have gathered these proud, happy soldiers of mine to show how angry I am. Listen to that loud noise in the mountains. It sounds like crowds of people. People from many kingdoms are gathering together. The Lord All-Powerful is calling his army together. They are coming from a faraway land. They are coming from beyond the horizon. The Lord will use this army as a weapon to show his anger. They will destroy the whole country. The Lord's special day is near, so cry and be sad for yourselves. A time is coming when the enemy will steal your wealth. God All-Powerful will make that happen. People will lose their courage. Fear will make them weak. Everyone will be afraid. They will stare at each other with shock on their faces. Fear will grip them like the pains of a woman in childbirth. Look, the Lord's special day is coming. It will be a terrible day. God will be very angry. He will destroy the country and wipe out the sinful people who live there. The skies will be dark. The sun, the moon, and the stars will not shine. The Lord says, I will cause bad things to happen to the world. I will punish the evil people for their sin. I will make proud people lose their pride. I will stop the bragging of cruel people. There will be only a few people left. They will be as rare as pure gold. In my anger, I will shake the sky, and the earth will be moved from its place. That will happen on the day the Lord All-Powerful shows his anger. Then the people from Babylon will run away like wounded deer or sheep that have no shepherd. Everyone will turn and run back to their own country and people. Anyone caught by the enemy will be killed with a sword. Everything in their houses will be stolen. Their wives will be raped, and their little children will be beaten to death while they watch. The Lord says, Look, I will cause the armies of Media to attack Babylon. Nothing will stop them, even if someone offers them gold and silver. They will walk on the bows of young soldiers of Babylon. The enemy soldiers will not show any kindness or mercy, even to the babies and young children. Babylon will be destroyed like the time God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Babylon is the most beautiful of all kingdoms. The Babylonians are very proud of their city. But Babylon will not continue to be beautiful. People will not continue to live there in the future. Arabs will not put their tents there. Shepherds will not bring their sheep to let them eat there. The only animals living there will be wild animals from the desert. People will not be living in their houses in Babylon. The houses will be full of owls and large birds. Wild goats will play in the houses. Wild dogs and wolves will howl in the great and beautiful buildings. Babylon will be finished. The end is near, and it will not be delayed. The Lord will again show his love to Jacob. He will again choose the people of Israel. He will give them their land. Then the non-Israelites will join the Israelites, and both will become one family, Jacob's family. Those nations will bring the Israelites back to their land. The men and women from the other nations will become slaves to Israel. In the past, those people forced the Israelites to become their slaves. But in the future, the Israelites will defeat those nations, and Israel will then rule over them in the Lord's land. In the past, you were slaves. People forced you to work hard, but the Lord will take away the hard work you were forced to do. At that time, you will begin to sing this song about the king of Babylon. The king was cruel when he ruled us, but now his rule is finished. The Lord breaks the scepter of evil rulers. He takes away their power. In anger, the king of Babylon beat the people. He never stopped beating them. He was an evil ruler who ruled in anger. He never stopped hurting people. But now, the whole country rests and is quiet. Now the people begin to celebrate. You were an evil king, and now you are finished. Even the pine trees are happy. The cedar trees of Lebanon rejoice. The king chopped us down, but now the king has fallen, and he will never stand again. The place of death is excited that you are coming. Sheol is waking the spirits of all the leaders of the earth for you. Sheol is making the kings stand up from their thrones to meet you. They will make fun of you, saying, "Now you are as dead as we are. Now you are just like us. Your pride has been sent down to Sheol. The music from your harps announces the coming of your proud spirit. Maggots will be the bed you lie on, and other worms will cover your body like a blanket. You were like the morning star, but you have fallen from the sky. In the past, all the nations on earth bowed down before you, but now you have been cut down. You always told yourself, 'I will go to the skies above. I will put my throne above God's stars. I will sit on Zaphon, the holy mountain where the gods meet. I will go up to the altar above the tops of the clouds. I will be like God Most High.' But that did not happen. You were brought down to the deep pit, Sheol, the place of death. People will come to look at your dead body. They will think about you and say, 'Is this the same man who caused great fear in all the kingdoms on earth? Who destroyed cities and turned the land into a desert? Who captured people in war and would not let them go home?' The kings of other nations lie buried with honor, each king with his own grave. But you were thrown out of your grave like a branch cut from a tree and thrown away. You were like a dead man who fell in battle, trampled under the feet of other soldiers. Now you look like any other dead man wrapped in burial clothes. Other kings have their own graves, but you will not join them, because you ruined your own country and killed your own people. So your wicked descendants will be stopped. Prepare to kill his children, because their father is guilty. His children will never take control of the land. They will never fill the world with their cities. The Lord All-Powerful said, 'I will stand and fight against those people. I will destroy the famous city, Babylon. I will destroy all the people there. I will destroy their children, their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren.' The Lord himself said this. 'I will change Babylon. It will be a place for animals, not people. It will be a swamp. I will use the broom of destruction to sweep Babylon away.' The Lord All-Powerful said this. The Lord All-Powerful made this promise. This will happen exactly as I meant for it to happen. It will happen just the way I planned. I will destroy the king of Assyria in my country. I will walk on him on my mountains. He forced my people to be his slaves. He put a yoke on their necks. But that pole will be taken off Judah's neck, and that burden will be removed. This is what I plan to do for this land. I will use my power to punish all those nations." When the Lord All-Powerful makes a plan, no one can change it. When he raises his arm to punish, no one can stop him. This message was given to me the year King Ahaz died. "Country of Philistia, don't be happy that the king who beat you is now dead. It is true that his rule has ended, but his son will come and rule. It will be like one snake giving birth to a more dangerous one. The new king will be like a quick and dangerous snake to you. But even the poorest of my people will be able to eat safely, and their children will be able to lie down and feel safe. But I will make your family die from hunger, and your enemy will kill anyone who survives. People near the city gates, cry. People in the city, cry out. Everyone in Philistia, your courage will melt like hot wax. Look to the north. There is a cloud of dust. An army is coming, and everyone in that army is strong. But what will the messengers from that nation report about us? They will say, 'The Lord made Zion strong, and his poor people went there for safety.'" This is a message about Moab. One night, armies took the wealth from Ar in Moab, and the city was destroyed. One night, armies took the wealth from Kir in Moab, and the city was destroyed. The king's family and the people of Dibon go to the places of worship to cry. The people of Moab are crying for Nebo and Medeba. They have shaved their heads and beards to show their sadness. Everywhere in Moab, on the housetops and in the streets, people are wearing sackcloth. Everyone is crying. In Heshbon and Elealeh, they are crying loudly. You can hear their voices as far away as Jahaz. Even the soldiers are frightened. They are shaking with fear. My heart cries, full of sorrow for Moab. Its people run away from Zoar for safety. They run to Eglath-Shalishiah. The people are crying as they go up the road to Luith. They are crying loudly as they walk on the road to Horonaim. But Nimrim Brook is as dry as a desert. The grass has dried up, and the plants are all dead. Nothing is green. So the people gather up everything they own and cross the border at Arabah stream. You can hear crying everywhere in Moab, as far away as Eglaim and Beer Elam. The water of Dimon is full of blood, and I will bring even more troubles to Dimon. A few people living in Moab have escaped the enemy, but I will send lions to eat them. You people should send a gift to the king of the land. You should send a lamb from Selah through the desert to the mountain in the city of Jerusalem. The women of Moab try to cross the river Arnon. they run around looking for help. Like little birds, they have fallen from their nest. They say, "Help us! Tell us what to do! Protect us from our enemies as shade protects us from the noon sun. We are running from our enemies. Hide us! Don't give us to our enemies. People from Moab were forced to leave their homes, so let them live in your land. Hide them from their enemies. The robbing will stop. The enemy will be defeated. The men who hurt people will be gone from the land. Then a new king will come. He will be from David's family. He will be loyal, loving, and kind. He will be a king who judges fairly. He will do what is right and good. We have heard that the people of Moab are very proud and conceited. They are hot-tempered braggers, but their boasts are only empty words. Because of their pride, everyone in Moab will mourn. They will wish for the way things used to be. They will wish for the raisin cakes from Kir Hareseth. The fields of Heshbon and the vines of Sibmah no longer grow grapes. Foreign rulers have destroyed the vines. The enemy has reached Jazer and has spread into the desert and down to the sea. I will cry with the people of Jazer and Sibmah, because the grapes have been destroyed. I will cry with the people of Heshbon and Elealeh, because there will be no harvest. There will be no summer fruit, and there will be no shouts of joy for the harvest. There will be no joy and happiness in the orchard. I will end the happy singing and shouting in the vineyard. The grapes are ready to make wine, but they will all be ruined. So I will hum a sad song for Moab and Kir Hares, like a harp playing a funeral song. The people of Moab will go to their high places to worship. They will go to their temple to pray, but it will not help them. The Lord said these things about Moab many times. And now the Lord says, in 3 years, counting as exactly as a hired helper would, all those people and the things they are proud of will be gone. Only a few of their weakest people will be left.